and welcome to BW TV. Today we are here at 8th edition of IHA BW Hoteliers Indian Hospitality Summit and Awards. I have with me Karan. Just to start our conversation, I want to understand, in your view, tell us the current state of Indian hospitality industry, and also give us 3 major trends that you see are going to stay here for long.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Reshma. So, firstly, huge congratulations to the BW team. It's very refreshing to have a conference that happens in Q4. So my entire presentation was focused on how best we can help hoteliers forecast. One of the key themes we are observing in the industry right now is that rates have been fueling growth all this while. Occupancy is slowly starting to itch back to 2019 levels. Domestic demand, the second one, is already well beyond pre-pandemic levels, but international demand is poised to do that in 2024 by the end of this year, or at least the beginning of next year. And I would say groups is another major thing that is going to drive demand. And it's not just true for India, but also globally in many markets. We can't seem to get around a conference without mentioning Taylor Swift or Coldplay or any of those names right now. And that's going to continue happening as we see this sort of group industry or the performance industry maturing. So I think these are probably the 3 biggest trends that I would say we need to keep in mind while looking at what future holds for us.
Very well put. Now, give me a sense of how are you, you talked about the data, right? Tell me how you're leveraging tech into it. How are you using tech when you help hotels? How are you at your end leveraging technology? Because this is something we can't talk about, right? Tell us how are you looking at it and how are you using it?
Sure, absolutely. That's probably a shameless business plug for me, but thank you for that question. Because as STR, we were known for sort of faxing and then emailing out Excel reports. We've matured into a complete tech-enabled software product that we have now, which is the CoStar plus benchmark product. We're leveraging tech across that, and we are only focused on developing that product. Globally, all of our clients are either in that product already or very few weeks or months from being into that product. So we're a complete software solution right now, and I guess no better question could be asked of me, to be honest.
Now, post-pandemic, the government is more bullish about the industry, and we are seeing some developments there. Tell me, in your understanding, what can be one expectation from your end that you would like to put forward?
I don't think anyone's not already said this, but I think one core focus area for us is definitely infrastructure enablement. We are, yes, as a market, more focused on domestic demand, and rightfully so, I guess, in some means, because that's what's fueling all the growth. But when you have an international traveler come in, and if we want to grow that share, roadways and highways are not the real enablers. It's more international travel, more airports focused on better flight connectivity with other countries abroad, and not just intra-India travel. So I would probably peg my bet on or request for infrastructure development.
Good to know. Now, just my final question. BW Hotelier as a community will be completing a decade coming January. How do you look at the role of such a community in in building and bringing all the stakeholders together to have the dialogue and such conversations that stresses on the heated or the bright, shiny spots of the industry? How do you look at it, the role of the community, and tell us something about BW Hotelier. What do you think?
No, for sure. BW has been monumental in setting up such a stage. It's not just the only conference, but it is one of the better conferences that I've been to in the country. It's also refreshing to have a conference in Q4, because most of the other industry conferences are in the first or the second quarter, so everyone's already done their planning. The year's almost written off in their books, and they're focusing on the future. Something like this helps enable talks about the future. That's one. And 2, kudos to your BW travel launch. I'm really excited for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was lovely speaking with you. Thank
Likewise.
you, Karan. Thank you.